All right. All right. So it sounds like everybody's here. I've heard everybody. I've heard Azan, I've heard Neo, I've heard Akiri, I've heard Flux.
Have you heard yourself?
I have a lot today.
That's unfortunate.
The joys of working the holidays at retail. So last session you came to this kobold pit in order to defeat the kobolds within for their bounties and assorted tasks given to you by townsfolk. And last we left, I think you just ended on having a bit of a rest, getting them healing surges on, having a smoke, debating your union rights with the other kobolds.
Farvis standing at the back. Farvis was standing at the back of the wall, basically eyeing it since he's the only one that didn't take a hit.
Kobolds are totally scabs. Kobolds have no union.
Oh yeah.
Are you
Even
sure?
Gnolls. Gnolls are probably scabs too. But orcs, man, don't fuck with the orc union.
Orcs are like Teamsters.
Oh god. I'm just picturing like unionized socialist orcs now. Alright, so you rested, the gates open. Whatever you were doing at your rest, you've since finished up and packed up. So what next?
Well, we saw a kobold run that way. He's clearly had time to warn the others. Be a little more careful from this point on.
Yes.
How many spears did we collect? All 4 of them?
Yeah. You were able to make-hand the one out of the pit, so you have all 4 spears. In fact, you notice each spear has slightly different like chalk markings and pigments on them and different designs that are in fact unique identifiers for each one, as well as a clan, what you assume to be a clan symbol on the head of each one.
Should we leave the 4 spears here, and instead of carrying them with us?
Frankly, if you want an idea of size, they're probably like not much bigger than arrows.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So they wouldn't be that hard to just bundle together and like tie to the side of one of your packs.
Right, so who's taking the lead here?
I can if you like.
Okay.
I'll take a peek around the corner here.
What corner?
You're just staring down the same hallway you've been staring down the whole time you've been on
Oh,
rest,
is this
hoping
the
that kobolds
hallway?
will come running up.
Actually,
Yeah,
one
this
moment.
is a hallway.
One moment.
Like if I step here.
He
I mean, you can see where the hallway turns down to the side, and there's like stairs going down, but yeah.
at God, what was your character's name? Adam
After
Bernier.
one moment. Narina, would you come with me? I'm gonna actually walk out of the dungeon and head.
Yeah, I'll show you where the stairs
Okay.
start.
See, I didn't realize that
You poked your head in enough to know where the stairs are.
Yeah.
So like that's where the corridor turns and starts heading down deeper into this area.
I'm gonna start feeling the walls. as
Okay,
I'm
can
going.
Flux and do what it needs to do now. Christ.
You stay here. You guys stay here. Don't get into fights. I'm actually gonna head up out of the dungeon into the forest. Into the forest that was surrounding Cobalt Keep. And I'm going to look for a long, curvy branch.
Okay. I guess that's just the basic search or perception. Never. It's gonna be too hard to find.
14.
There you go. Flux found a nice, sturdy, curvy branch.
Long, curvy branch. Kind of angled.
Yeah, I'd say it's it's probably almost as long as maybe a walking stick if it wasn't curved.
Okay. Looking for something I could specifically poke around corners. And that if there were kobolds hiding in blind spots around corners, I could poke them with.
And just have them go like, "Wow, what the fuck?"
I can realize there's resistance on this, and therefore there's obviously something around this corner. Because we're not getting flanked by kobolds in blind spots. Is this branch satisfactory?
Yes, this branch would be satisfactory for that purpose.
Okay. Narita, can you cut that down?
Revealing some of what Zahn sees here. That one fucking skunk in the middle of goddamn December.
That should be enough. Let's head back.
That or someone's smoking some really dank weed.
I'd like to
both
see
of my
if I can
apartment.
spot any traps along the stairs. What roll would you like me to make?
For that, actually pull up my handbook real quick and see, because I don't remember. I can't remember if that's actually, as I think that might actually be covered under thievery and 40. Because I think specifically you need a thief to check for traps.
I'll let you make that call, Sovik.
Disable trap, okay. There's nothing about finding trap.
Because I would argue perception. Because a thief would know what to look for, but you're still looking.
Yeah, but I don't. Perception's not a thing.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, here it is. Here it is.
I have a passive perception of.
I'm
20.
looking.
That's
I'm looking at my book, and the perception for some reason was not where I thought it would be in the alphabetical list. There it is. Perception is that for finding? I'm pretty sure it's for spot or search, find tracks, listen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you do a spot or a search, then I'll let you do a perception check.
Okay. And another quick question: does a passive perception that allows me to detect traps, or would I have to make a roll?
If the traps themselves are not like hidden, like if there's just like a fucking like crossbow at the other end of a corridor, just pointing right at a doorway that you've just opened, I'd say your passive perception would give you enough insight to look down and see if there's a fucking tripwire in the doorway.
Okay, just making sure.
But like if it's like a trigger somewhere on like the floor or in the wall to like activate like a dart trap or a Indiana Jones style rock comes out of the ceiling and chases you, then no, you'd have to actively look for that.
Okay, just asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have determined that. Hang on, how far away is the 10 squares? Is where the difficulty cranks up. You can actually tell because I assume you have low light or dark vision.
I have dark vision.
Okay, so you can tell looking down these stairs and into what you can see of the room at the bottom. You can tell that entire straight line you've revealed and looked down does not have a single indicator of a trap.
All right.
So you believe that it's safe to at least walk into that area directly in front of the stairs to the opposite wall and down the stairs themselves.
Okay. All right, guys. Took a little spot ahead. I don't detect any traps of the sorts directly ahead of us, but I would still warn for caution.
Okay.
You got that, Branch?
Yes.
Bring up the
So,
gear.
I would just like to point out as well, can you make another check for me real quick?
Me?
Make sure it's going to be the same one. Yeah, use on. Unless listens an actual specific thing, which I don't.
No, it's all under perception.
It's all under perception. I thought it was. Zahn, you actually hear a voice somewhere below you down in that room saying, "You're still up there? You're coming down? Are we doing this? Hello?" You can only assume that this is the sound of an impatient kobold who's probably been standing at the ready the whole time you guys have been chilling down having your rest, expecting a bunch of tall fucks to come rushing down that stairway any minute now.
I call him back. Come here.
Ow, fuck you.
No.
You come down here.
I got an idea. It's gonna be funny.
Okay.
I go right up. I look down, and I just unleash every 6 seconds. I just unleash another 10-foot fire burst. All up and down what I can see. Do you want me to make a perception check?
10 feet.
Let me see.
Hang on,
Quick.
let me ask you,
Bur-
10 feet or 10 squares?
Burst one within 10 feet. 10
Okay.
squares. 10 feet, 10 squares, whatever.
No, because there's a very big difference between feet and squares. A single square is still 5 feet in this game.
Let me look it up because every other
Because
single
a burst one is a square centered around a singular point in all touching squares.
every single other ability is in range number with no feet increments. It'd be really weird to have this one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just give me a second to just double check with the book.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that whether or not they can even see what the fuck you're doing is going to be determined by exactly how this is worded. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time making the hallway look the stairway look
Within
really
10
nice.
squares. It's not 10 feet. It's 10 squares.
Okay, so a burst one within 10 squares that you can see.
Yeah. So basically,
Okay,
from
so
starting
anywhere in that straight line, then you can make
starting
one-
here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. I'm just gonna make bursts of fire.
Okay, you make bursts of fire. There's actually
Burst
a bit of
one.
a
What?
yeah. Burst one is just going to be every adjacent touching square to the target square.
Yeah.
So you do this, and there's no comment from the kobolds at first. A few spots where you do the burst, you can hear the sound of like the fire disturbing, like something that's resting around. Like if I can get this thing to actually be in the right mode, so I can actually click and hold, like around these two areas. But other than that, like, there's nothing of that for like a few good seconds after the last burst. The kobold says, "Fuck was that? What are you doing?
All right.
You think I'm an idiot?"
I think we've had our fun.
Should I do it again, guys?
I'm going down. Would you care to follow in suit?
Okay, I'll back up like I normally was going to then.
Come suit.
Gonna stand right there and got fireball and magic missile at the ready. Do we
Okay,
see
now
anything?
Sans, and I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal the room here.
And when I come down the stairs, I bring my arms out and I say, "Hello."
Okay, so I'm gonna read the little description of the room here. As you enter this chamber, the room ahead has 4 stone coffins, all of which show signs of vandalism and abuse. To the left is a series of 6 niches set apart into 2 groups of 3. 2 more niches along the walls each hold a suit of armor. On the opposite end of the room is a raised section of floor with a makeshift altar to Tiamat set upon it. 3 kobolds carrying spears stand in front of the altar, as well as the guy from before who ran away after you beat up his buddies, who's clearly been here waiting for you with these other 3. You also notice that the crypts, despite being old and apparently vandalized, seem to have evidence of having recently been used to store something.
That's disturbing. So is this initiative roll, or are they just still yelling?
At this point, I'll let you guys arrange yourselves however you want to kind of burst into the room within like 3 squares of the entrance. Out and 1 square up or down, just so you can kind of like get out of the stairway.
I'm gonna stay on the stairway. I'm gonna stay on the stairway right there.
Okay. That is in fact the wall, not the stairway.
Yeah. It's how the map's set up, dude.
Move down a spot.
Yeah, that's even
There
worse.
you go. That's even better. Because now you're actually on the stairs.
Not on my end.
Unless all of you are somehow seeing a different version of this map than I am, which would be very annoying.
No, for me, your
I
take
am
is now on
in
the
the-
stairs.
I am in the wall right now on my end.
No, you are on the stairs on my end.
Refresh
There's
them.
on my
Yeah.
one.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
refresh.
yeah.
Okay. All right, now I'm on the stairs. Okay. All right. I will stay right there for this.
Okay,
Right now.
so everyone's gonna now roll initiatives.
Okay.
Let me just. Oh, hang on, my wife's calling for me.
D20 plus my. Fuck. Why am I doing? It's up for a reason. Where's the macro for initiative roll?
Okay, while you guys roll, I'm gonna go check my windows real quick because there's definitely something. Windows.
Okay.
It should be stats, and then it should be like under AC or something. Like under all that AC fortitude reflex.
I have something. I don't have anything to roll initiative though.
Did you click on the box right beside initiative?
I don't have that. Oh. Let me. Yeah, no, I don't have a box right side initiative. That's weird. Oh well. I'll just roll it.
Reason the macro's not working.
I'll just roll it normally then. Dude. The fuck? Closed my character. So how's y'all's day been?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Or seriously, it actually requires me to actually hold my character down. Really?
I'm back, and yes, it does that in fucking 5e2. Yeah, you have to actually be impersonating the token in order to roll as the token.
That's weird. All right. Cool.
I see we're sticking with the 12 as opposed to the 4, huh?
Sticking with the 12 opposed to the 4?
There we go.
Need to add 2 characters.
I'm working on that.
Fair enough.
All right, who else is on? Actually, no, it's not on.
I'm in there.
There's a Flux. Flux has not the token. It does now. Kobold 1, Kobold 2, 3, and 4.
Unlike the last battle, the party, for the most part, rolled higher than the
Should give it a
kobold.
+5, so. Why does my numlock always turn itself off?
Everything going on okay in there?
Okay, so it's going to be Zon's turn first, but before Zon gets to go, something happens.
Hmm.
Let me see, how does this work? 8 plus AC. So, so Flux, not Flux, Carrie, the suit of armor to the left of you there in that first alcove, suddenly turns its head slightly towards you, and a dart flies out of it at a 27 against your AC. Okay. And it is going to deal 1d6 plus 2. Actually, help if I put roll at the beginning of that. For 5 damage, and you feel a slight numbing. You will not be able to move until the end of your next turn.
Is there a con save for that shit?
No, it's just if he gets hit by the dart, he's immobilized.
That seems strong, but okay.
Everyone can now roll perception to see what the fuck just happened.
Oh,
All these macros set up. I need to roll. I think the only one that
Okay.
didn't notice is fucking Vander.
So Xander is still trying to figure out where the fuck the dart came from. Narina and Flux both know where the dart came from clearly. In fact, both of them, now that they're closely, can see that there's like a whole like mechanical like thing inside that suit of armor visible in the gaps in the suit. And Neotag, you can actually see on the ground underneath underneath Kiri that she's standing on a pressure plate, which seems to have been the trigger for the dart. You now quickly scan across the room, and you can actually see where the other pressure plates are for this dart trap.
Okay.
Is there a way to just reveal the
Yes.
DM layer?
I don't think you can reveal DM to us.
All right, fuck it. I will just. Well, I'm just going to reuse the draw tool to make the little derp circles that I had before. Hang on. I'm going to Control Z that because I want that actually to be on the map layer. Maps and background. All right, so you know that the pressure plates are there, and there. And looking a little further in the room, you can actually tell that there's another suit of armor. The only other one in the room is also rigged up. I'm going to mark the suit of armor.
Yep.
And the spaces where its triggers are all here.
I'm gonna, as a free action, take the second to point out this to the group.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you kind of point around and be like, pressure plates is kind of like pointing around frantically at all the pressure plates. Which gives everyone else what they need to now know to look for them, and they all just quickly kind of like, oh yeah, pressure plates, I see them now.
Except for Xander, who's still looking at the ceiling.
It's like fucking pressure.
I assumed with my grandiose entrance, I didn't even notice the dart. I'm gonna like turn around and be like,
"What?" Too busy doing his fucking WWE like fucking entrance with his music playing, and his arms flared out, and his head up in the sky, like, "Are you entertained?"
Alright.
Oh, turn around. Why is the Minotaur on the ground?
It is in fact your turn, Zon.
Right.
You now know what spaces to avoid having darts thrown at you.
Okay, let's see. Okay, move there.
Also note with your passive perceptions, those of you next to or moving past the coffins can actually see that there's been multiple fresh bodies piled into them.
Okay.
Most of them human, with a few like dwarves and things here and there.
Observing.
Seems like this is where the lack of bodies from the caravans being attacked seems to be going into effect.
Neat. All right. Targeting the cobalt spear ahead of me, I'm going to do
Okay.
a dark beckoning, which is against their will.
Uh, 10 versus will. Their will is high enough to resist.
Right. And that's my turn.
Why did I drop a random derp circle
I
there?
don't know.
Apparently I can't.
He has an eye
I can't control Z it, so yeah, he has an eye patch now. All right, and if that is your turn, it is
To
now
me,
the kobold.
comrades.
It is now the kobold on the left. Oh, good, I can select that thing and delete it. Kobold on the left here. And he is going to move. How much is this? Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. And he's going to attempt to attack our immobilized Minotaur for a total of probably already hits, even without adding in his combat advantage. Well, he still hits because he has +6. So he is going to do a nice
Jesus
little
Christ.
1d8. Should probably just make macros for all the dice. So I don't have to keep typing them. All right, he does 6 damage to you with his little pointy stick. And because he's a shifty little bugger, he's going to use his shift ability to shift away from you because he knows you've been hit by that dart and can't chase him. Neo.
Okay. I'm gonna go 1. Quad me. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the range fucker that's standing right there, I'm gonna.
Hi.
You ran away.
I did. Weren't fighting fair.
Oh, not fair. All right. I mean,
How do
like
we get to not fight
this.
fair? It's only fair that we only get the fight fair. What are you doing?
Scorching burst.
Okay. Is
On
that
him.
first one to hit?
Let me.
I haven't rolled anything yet. Those are my rules.
I know. I've got to fucking open the.
Ignore my over-eagerness to see my own creations dead.
Scorching burst.
15 versus reflex. Ooh, yeah, you just hit that.
7 damage.
7
And then I
damage.
don't think.
24.
Is anyone burst 1 within 10 feet? Burst 1 10 feet of
I think
him?
so.
Burst 1? No, no one is within burst 1 of him. The area directly surrounding him will like erupt in flame as you set off a little tiny like fireball, basically. But like no one's close enough to get caught in it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually gonna. All right, and is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. Now the middle skirmisher's turn. He's gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 down here to Zahn. He's
Hello.
gonna try and stab him with his little pointy stick. 12 plus 6 for a total of 18 versus your armor class.
What do you not stepped on the pressure plate?
No, he sidestepped around it.
Is that a
Armor
who does
class.
tie?
A foodish tie? What?
If it's a tie, who does it go to? The attacker or defender?
The defender wins.
Then he does not hit me.
Even when it's not, I always just go defender wins because it's dumb to have defender not win. All right, so kind of like plinks off of whatever armor you're wearing. It's like,
Just the clothing. You cut my belt buckle.
Aprenir.
Epinier's gonna hold his turn till
Okay.
after Narina.
Till after Narina. Okay. So now it's the Slinger's turn. Who's gonna get slingy at Narina. And that's gonna be $23 versus your AC. Yeah, plus 6. That hits. And he does with his thing. It's 1d6 plus 3. For 7 damage. Beans you in the head with a rock. Nah. All right. And he's just gonna happily just kind of back away a step here. And now it's this other skirmisher's turn. 1, 2. He's gonna sidestep around the trap past his buddy, get in Zahn's face, and try and stab it with his spear. Here we go again with a tie.
With a flick of the wrist, the spear is deflected as the thrust is thrown.
All right, he's gonna ignore it. Now, Narina, your turn starts, and much to your dismay, you feel the pressure points start to come back up and then go back down again. As it triggers whenever you start your turn on it as well. 13 plus, what was it, an 8, I think, was this thing's.
How the hell does a trap have
I
a
know how,
button
yeah.
you hit?
It's an attack
No
plus 8 versus
bullshit.
armor class. That's what it says right here. Dart trap, immediate interrupt, range 10. Target character enters or starts turn on trigger square, attack plus 8 versus armor class.
How does the pressure plate go down again?
I don't know. It's just what it says it does.
I would, if someone could roll the character off.
Okay. For the sake of giving you guys the outs, here are the 3 countermeasures that the book gives me. An adjacent character can disable the trigger stone with a DC 20 thievery check. You could disable the firing mechanism if you're next to the suit of armor with a DC 25 thievery check. The armor can also be destroyed. Each armor has armor class 12, 30 HP, and resists 5 to all damage. So you can either get thieving on that stone, thieving on the armor, or just beat the shit out of the armor. Not until after, because it's an interrupt. And that's just a... Yeah, plus 6.
Oh, thank God.
Well, it's a D6. It's a D6 plus 2. Well, no, it was a plus 8 to a hit. Yeah, so you do get hit and you take 5 damage. As another dart hits you and numbs you more. And now you may begin your turn.
Try to.
Yeah,
Try to
traps
fall
in 4E are not to be fucked with.
It's in 4E. Disobey the rules of physics, apparently.
Yes, I'm. How the hell does it get?
The way I see it is it just keeps constantly shooting darts as the plate is unable to fully come back up.
No, I'm more interested
that's
in
my
the
headcanon.
+8 to hit.
It's a
I mean,
small
it's very
dart.
accurate.
It's meant to go
It's programmed to hit the
arteries.
exact spot where the trigger mechanism is. It doesn't have to really aim, does it?
Yeah, and it's also small. It'll get through chinks and stuff.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Do you have some form of range? Okay.
So is that your whole turn? Yeah. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Apernier, you have held your turn.
Okay.
Honestly, I wasn't actually expecting the trap to be this much of a problem because of that I didn't realize that Kiri had no range with which to attack back with.
I would suggest someone can maybe move Kiri's character, even just like a shove to the ground in a direction.
Yeah, cool.
I mean,
and then,
I would say, frankly, it could be a strength check to just kind of fling them to an adjacent space.
yeah, that'd be fun. Shove Carrie off, and then the kobolds with their +6 to hit will just stab her in the face and kill her.
Well, it's that or Kiri stands on this
Yeah.
trap preposterously.
Kiri, how
And
much?
don't forget that Slinger Zod can also immobilize them with those glue rocks. So
Kiri, how
even if
much
they get off,
did you heal from the rest? No, from the rest.
I'm pretty sure Kiri was at full health when they entered this room.
Yeah, you've taken 11 damage and you're bloodied?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Been stabbed, darted twice.
This has not been a
Ed
this has
bonked
been
on the
not
head
a
with a
good
rock.
day for-
I forgot about the rock. Ed bonked on the head with a rock. So yeah, not been a good day since waking up from their power nap.
no, this has not been a good day when Kiri walked down the steps
So
into
Flex,
here.
what are you going to do to help alleviate this the situation?
Okay, so Apernier's going to wave his implement in the air and summon 10 darts and shoot them all at this kobold here.
Okay. I'd like to know that you cut out, so it sounded like you summoned $10, and that's not my headcanon, that you're just shooting dollar coins at him.
He summoned 10 darts.
Ah. Not nearly as cool.
Really. 6 versus reflex.
He nimbly dodges every single one, doing a little jig.
Sweet take.
So you made him dance for you. Is that your turn?
He takes 3 damage. And maybe that's not fucking restoration. Okay, fine. And Narina gets 5 temporary hit points.
And you said you took, what, 3 damage?
He took 2.
Oh, you
round
took
down.
2. Half damage from save, I'm guessing? Yeah. Okay. Skirmishers have...
2d10 roll a 5.
Seems mildly irked. All right. Zon, it is your turn.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, you have something else you can do?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then the last dart shoots right into Narina, and she gets her healing surge plus 4. And that's my
Okay.
turn.
All right. Zon.
Do the kobold in front of me. Does a 14 hit his
14
reflex?
versus reflex. No, that is a defender's win situation.
Hmm.
This time he smacks you away nimbly. Wow.
Well, that's all I can do.
Okay. So Kobold here is gonna use his shifty ability to shift back up into Arena's face
Oh, thank God.
and miss horribly, and then use his movement for 5, 6 to start heading over to Zahn.
Doesn't he get an attack of op?
Yes.
since he used
Yep.
his
Yep. He
movement?
provokes an op attack
From
from Kiri.
Gary.
Ooh, that is a hit. Doesn't matter what you're aiming at. That is a hit. Ooh. All right, you hobble him, and he's not looking great. He's not quite bloodied yet, but he looks like he's not doing so well anyway. And that's gonna be his turn. Neo?
All right. So, from my perspective, the statue has to go. And how much damage did I have to do to it?
You have to be able to do 30 HP worth of damage with it having resist 5 to all damage.
That's so I'll move over here, and I guess I will fucking try to strength check with my -1 strength the Minotaur off the fucking pressure plate.
I mean, you could do a thievery check on
Yeah,
trained.
no.
If you want to try
No, I
and
can't.
hit that DC 20 thievery.
No, I can't.
Okay. I am going to, for the sake of transparency, I am setting that bar because of how big Kiri is at a DC 15 strength check to get Kiri to move. Someone could roll a 15 on a strength check. They could push Kiri 1 space off of the trap in the opposite direction they're pushing from.
You know what? I'm gonna get creative instead. Because that's not gonna happen. Let's see here. Mage Hand can move up to 20 pounds. So where exactly is the dart coming from?
Inside the suit of armor.
Yeah, where? A mouth? What?
It's shooting out of the visor.
Let's see.
There's a mechanism inside the armor itself that is shooting through the visor.
Okay, but there's a hole.
There is a hole.
Have a dagger. I'm going to walk up to it and jam my dagger into the hole. Well, no, I am, because I have the movement. I jam my dagger in the hole. While it's not one of the approved things, it would still work.
Unless the dagger doesn't stick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna say, good line of thought. It could work. You have failed to jab the dagger into anything that
Haven't
would
even
either
rolled yet.
block the spot or hinder the mechanism.
I haven't even rolled yet to hit the point where it's coming out of.
I mean, if you roll to hit it, then you're just going after the armor class of the suit of armor to deal damage to break it, and it's still gonna allow it to fire.
All right.
So,
you know what?
You
I'm
can either
suddenly
take
not having
my-
fun here. I'm really.
It's part of the whole thing.
Yeah, I know, but it still would work. It would still make sense.
Yeah, the thing is that does the dagger stick? You're rolling to see if the dagger sticks. The dagger does
I
not
don't.
stick.
There's no space behind the visor for the dagger to stay in place. Like if you let go of that dagger, it's just gonna fall out of the visor.
Now you could
Right.
permanently.
What if I don't let go of the dagger? What if I use my
And-
turn to block the hole So if a dart comes out, it has to go through a dagger, and that will block it from coming out. I also have a staff. I will welcomely put the end of my staff in there. There should be more ways to get around this than just 3 things on a piece of fucking paper.
I will at best let you shift the target to yourself. It's going to have a 50% chance each time you do this of either hitting what you're blocking or be deflected into your own face. So either way, you're going to prevent it from hitting Kiri, but you're going to have a 50-50 chance of getting yourself hit because you're not deflecting it well enough.
Sure, why not? It makes no sense, but okay, whatever.
Well, I understand.
Put a big-ass quarterstaff in a visor. The wood is going to absorb that fucking dart, but okay.
First.
No, that's what I do. I put the fucking quarterstaff up against the...
I mean, you also don't know what kind of force this thing's shooting out that visor with.
Just be careful. Is that your turn?
I'm going to tell you right now, Neotag, this dart is flying out with the force of a fucking heavy crossbow. So part of that is you trying to keep that thing in place and not bashing yourself in the face with your own staff.
All right. Solves the problem one way or the other. That's my turn.
Okay. All right, this kobold's going to shift up into Zon's face.
Well, hello.
He's going to roll. He's going to get a bonus from being next to his buddy of +1. And I'm pretty sure he still misses at a 16.
Yep.
Okay, so he's going to end his turn. The slinger, who's not an idiot and sees that you're trying to stop his dart, their cleverly made dart trap thing, is going to now try and throw his sling at you for a total of 12 plus 6, 18 to your armor class.
Yes, that's going to hit any of us.
Not me.
Not going to hit Zon. All right, and his sling, I think I saw, was 1d6 plus 3. 4 damage.
Ouch.
He's going to shift. End his turn. This other skirmisher in front of Zon is going to miss. End his turn. Kiri's turn. Until the end of your turn, yes. Trap goes off. Neotag successfully holds back the force of the dart trying to shoot out. So at the start of your next turn, you will be able to move again. Also, now that you're able to move of your own free will, people can now freely just shift you out of the way now that you're able to move of your own volition. So now Flux's turn.
Wait. Okay. Okay, no, whatever. Okay. I'm casting Thundering Armor on Vander. So I'm going to... Vander gets a +1 to his AC to the end of my next turn. And I'm going to shoot the kobold right here. -12 to its AC.
That is a miss.
Okay. And then the kobold right up here take 22 its fortitude.
That is a hit.
Takes 10 damage and he's pushed back onto that pressure plate.
All right.
Wouldn't that since that angle, wouldn't that hit both of them?
No, it surges forth. Doesn't surge
No,
outward.
I mean the dart. Since from that angle, it would have to go through both of them.
That's not how the trap works.
This
Okay.
trap's starting to seem magical.
Yeah,
kind
these
of-
traps are
this-
really
this-
fucking magical.
I'm not gonna
now.
lie. The trap is fucking magical. Yeah, it's a magic trap. So, okay, 15 plus 8, that is a hit. He's going to take 4 damage. He's now bloodied. And he can't move next turn.
Technically, it would if it's force shift and 4E, I think that does grant op attack.
Yeah, I think
That
so.
would be
Yeah, I think it does.
okay. So
But
yeah,
if I'm
we'll-
wrong, we'll correct it for whenever we ever
Because
play
there
4E
are
again.
there are several powers that when you cause a force shift, it says allies can take op attacks.
Mine doesn't.
Well,
Well, then I think that might actually be specific to the power then.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, Goliath thundering armor is already pretty powerful. It would be really
Yeah,
weird.
I'm
Also,
going to say unless the power says that they get an op attack, they won't get an op attack by force moves.
fair enough.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's my turn.
All right, Zon.
does a 23 hit the one on the bottom corner of me?
Yes, it does.
All right. He takes
9 damage.
9 damage, and I do Blood
Alright,
Drinker. Just ignore the AC part. He takes an additional 4
All right, he's
damage
bloodied.
to it.
He takes
and-
additional 4.
And then
Okay.
I shift him diagonal to the left up
Left up.
as I backhand him into that direction.
So 19, which I'm pretty sure hits. Doesn't matter what the dart does. He only 1 HP. He's dead.
As he dies, blood flies
That was
out.
the 19 one too. So
For clarification, you cannot make an op attack if the enemy shifts or teleports or is forced to move away by a pull, a push, or something.
oh, okay. I thought I guess there are certain powers that allow it, but otherwise it's not allowed.
I would assume that's in the Warlord's purview.
Yeah, that's probably something a controller does. Or a leader.
Okay, let's see. That Blood Drinker also lets me
I'm a leader.
get.
It's called Blood Drinker. I think you heal.
I think is it hemp or no? I gain an extra healing surge.
Okay. And is that your turn?
So that is my turn.
All right. Neo?
As a move action, I will reach back and move the Minotaur up 1.
Okay.
And then very angrily, I stare and I say, "You made me damage my staff!" And I, centered here, do Force Orb. And actually, centered on the one that's already hurting. The one that's already
Okay.
bloodied. It will still get the other one, but you know.
Yeah, because that's another burst one, right?
Yeah, that's another burst one. God,
Yeah.
where's my... I pulled out my character sheet, so it would be ready. Ah, fuck you. This thing does not... I'm not used to using this thing. Here we go. Roll for the main, and then roll for the secondary. 13 versus reflex. Ah, they both miss.
Yep.
Farvis was trying to do too many things at once. Trying to move
Like
it.
any half damage on save of those, or just a complete mess?
Pretty sure Force Orb. Force damage. There's nothing about if they miss.
Okay.
So yeah.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. This little boy next to Zahn here is gonna continue to try and stab him, and miss horribly. And he's gonna shift back a space. And now the slinger. Very annoyed that that their trap wasn't going to work. Is going to go ahead and try and hit Neotag again.
Okay.
Ah, what the fuck is wrong with my throat? Hang on a second. Okay, so I'm assuming that hits your AC.
Is that a 19 to hit? Yeah, that hit.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's going to do his sling damage. Nine damage.
Ouch.
He's just gonna keep shifting toward the back here.
I'm coming for him.
See the kobold stuck in place. It's his turn.
Dark fires.
He's immobilized, so I don't think his shifty works. Doesn't have any ranged attacks, so that is gonna actually be his whole turn.
Where's that dart?
Yeah, the dart.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, dart. Thank you for reminding me. 10 plus 8 does hit. For 8 damage. He continues to be immobilized.
Isn't he?
Yep.
He was already
what?
bloody.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he was already bloodied.
He was, and his health went up somehow. No, fuck it. I'm just gonna say he's dead. Something screwed up somewhere on his health bar, and I don't remember where it was at before, so he's just dead. And now it's Flux's turn.
Okay. Apernier is going. Hey.
No getting away this time.
I'm a fucking fastball. I'm a fucking speedball through a small little cube beneath that kobold. $17 versus a 3 flex.
That is a hit.
He takes 13 damage. As that cube erupts in force and smashes into him.
Oh, he is not looking good.
For the next...
What is that cube throwing? Wait.
So
what?
Fox, remember how Annie looked in that fucking old League of Legends video when they wanted that booty? That's what just happened to him. You threw that cube and he's like, I want that booty. And he's just completely fucking beat the shit up.
I forgot. Does the cube home in on the enemy so for the next 10 minutes it'll follow him around until he's dead?
No.
Or do you have to manually move it?
Until the end of my next turn, anyone who gets next to him, anyone next to him gets a +1 to his AC.
Yeah.
So I assume then there's a shield of force that smashed into him and crushed him, and then if anyone gets near the force,
now shielding your allies.
Yeah, a lot of the artificer stuff makes no sense. But that's my turn.
A lot of the things make no sense.
Still don't know how my healing infusions work. I'm just assuming I summon darts.
Yeah. All right, Zon.
Hello. Oh, no, that doesn't hit. Swing and a miss.
That is indeed a miss. Will that be your turn?
Yes, but with the phrase, please run, I enjoyed the chase.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi.
Hello?
You're planning on running again, aren't you?
Maybe. Please leave me alone. I'm only 7.
So you're up at the age. All right. Let's go. It worked last time. Let's go for another scorching burst. What? Yeah, the same thing.
Ooh, yes. That is, I believe, just over his... Yep. That's just over his
Bye.
reflex. He takes 6 damage, and he is just incinerated and crumples to the ground.
With that, I look at the last one, and I'm just staring at him now.
He's staring back all like, meh. This is one fearless little kobold boy right now. This is a man ready to face death. Is it your turn done?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Surprisingly, the kobold just looks at all of you, kind of gives you all the finger, and then kind of does like this weird little hop into the air, aims his spear up under his throat, and lands on the bottom of it and impales his skull through his spear. He just committed kobold seppuku.
Oh well.
I do love me food on a stick.
Take the spears.
I can't. There we go. So I couldn't select them.
Well, I think we should all get to the top of the room where there's, no pressure plates.
But yeah, I don't know why that trap was such a hassle, because that is a level 1 trap.
Yeah, that's a
I
little
think
bit.
it expects like people to have, ranged attacks.
Or there to be a rogue in the party who can do the DC 20 thievery check to just disable the pressure plates.
Even then, the question is, okay, so first off, the person steps on the trap. The pressure plate is now depressurized and pushed down, so the thing shoots. Unless the thing continually shoots, then that pressure plate.
That's what I think it does. Actually, now I'm looking at it, I can only assume that it continues to shoot at any pressure plates in sequence that are currently depressed.
Well, then, how is the rogue disabling a trap that's pressurized? How is that rogue getting under that pressure plate when there's someone on top of it?
That is a question.
About that trap makes
That is a question for whoever the Wizards of the Coast designer was, who decided that this was the trap to put as the very first trap in their very first pre-made Dungeon Master's Guide adventure.
Either way, let's take a short rest here. Let me look and make sure there's no debilitating effects of that dart in the arena. Yes.
Yeah. I'm also going to assume that all the spears have been collected for their bounties, and
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're up to 8.
Yep. You have 8 spears.
24 to a healing check to make sure there's no darts or anything or any lasting side effects of that trap.
Yeah. Incidentally, the 2 kobolds, unless you move them, that are still on the pressure plate, they're just continuously getting shot at by darts.
No, let's. Is there a debilitating effect?
No. It seemed to have just been a very minor, like, anesthetic kind of numbing effect. Basically, the darts were hitting them with the force of a crossbow bolt, and were basically coated in what is essentially Novocaine.
Okay.
So yeah, it was basically just muscle relaxants that were just getting shot into him that was making it hard for him to move.
While we're doing that, I'm creating after I check her over and we're still doing our rest, I create a resistance admixture.
Okay.
Well, what do you see since you decided to look down the hallway?
Oh yeah, you go ahead and reveal your little hallway or stairs.
Also, after I heal, I do the unsanitary task of digging through the bodies.
The ones in the caskets. They've been completely stripped of everything. They're just naked bodies sitting in these caskets. Most of the ones that you see that are in there are actually very well preserved and seem to have taken little to no, like, physically damaging wounds. Like, at best, there's maybe a slit throat here or there, or a very clean stab into the heart or something. Like, these are disturbingly immaculate bodies for a bunch of kobold murder victims.
Do any of you have oil?
No.
And how much oil you got?
Also, Flux, where you're standing, you're right next to this very
Yes.
creepy fucking altar of Tiamat that's just covered in skulls and blood and shit.
If someone see if the shrine is anything of worth.
The shrine actually, I actually don't know if it does. Let's look here real quick.
Also, by the way, Carrie, we took a rest, so heal up.
As a matter of fact, their lovingly crafted crude altar to their dragon god has a little bag of 60 gold in offering to Tiamat sitting on it.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that.
All right, what's the roof look like?
I didn't announce that I grabbed the bag to anyone. I'm just
Yeah.
But what does the roof look like?
The roof is solid stone, the same kind of stone as the walls of the floor. It's very very well smooth stone. It's not like marble or anything super fancy, but this room was clearly lovingly cared into being a crypt of some kind originally. You imagine that this was probably a family crypt for the original inhabitants of the manor.
I wouldn't.
Supposed to burn the bodies, but okay.
No, I would not burn the bodies.
Do you know how long this manor's been abandoned?
When we come back through this room on the way out, I'm gonna have to set fire to each one of these crypts. So...
Arena, vendor, can you please come over here?
Yep.
Actually, I'm going to direct Arena to that armor and vendor to that armor. We don't know if we'll have to leave here in a hurry. If you two could be so kind to destroy those traps.
I'm gonna assume that enough time goes by and enough blows are landed that you basically crush these things in any mechanism within.
Yeah.
For good measure, after the armors have been destroyed, I'm going to magic missile each of the pressure plates to destroy them utterly.
Okay.
Right. Well, there you go. All that's destroyed.
Very well.
Is the altar, besides the bag taken, is the altar pretty much intact still?
Yeah, there's still just an intact altar to Tiamat there.
Scorching burst the altar until it's nothing but ash.
You scorching burst the altar. Some of the more fresh blood evaporates and curdles. Some feathers they'd planted along the little crown they made in the shape of one of Tiamat's heads kind of burn up into ash, and the skulls that were on it are now charred black.
All right. As we're leaving, a couple of magic missiles to break up anything else that's still intact. Then leave.
Okay. Yeah, they all still have all their shit. Okay, you now have a perfectly normal sling and a bunch of perfectly normal rocks you got outside.
Listen, that's still better than nothing.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you got 20 rocks. There's a little pouch of them.
What the slingers using a mobilizing goo or something?
Some of the rocks are there's a separate pouch coated with filled with 10 goo rocks.
I'll grab the goo rocks as well.
Rocks.
How many goo rocks?
The goo rock. 10.
Y'all wait a second. I'm gonna run back. Does he still have 10 goo rock in the pouch?
Yes, and he also has his pouch with 20 regular rocks as well.
Right, I grab them both.
Thank you.
Here's more. Thank you. So you have 20 of the goo rocks and 40 of the regular rocks.
Yay, I can hit things from range now.
Congratulations.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. You're not the most perceptive one. Maybe someone else should lead the way.
What are you talking about? I did not tell anyone to step there. I said the line directly ahead of us was safe.
Fine. Then lead the way.
Okay.
Fluxes.
Yeah.
Gone. Yeah.
Probably went to get something to drink or something.
So, I might actually have to cobble together enough stuff for a third session. That's where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's fine. It's just I I slightly underestimated the length of the combat for that encounter, and I know the next one's going to be longer probably. And I honestly can't say like worth a fucking damn how long the one after that's gonna take.
Okay.
Right.
So
So
Marching order.
I'll go first.
And the two squishies behind.
Try my hardest to see if there's any traps along the line I can see.
Did someone else move Flux's thing, or is Flux back?
No,
I'm back.
Flux is not.
Okay.
okay. All right, so that's the order you're going to go into the room.
Ghost token.
All right, so arrange yourselves at the bottom of the stairs in the order that you entered the room. So,
Like that.
Neotag would be at the spot closest to the stairs, and then finding out from there.
Peek his head out.
No, I was asking Silvic if that were.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there you go. All right, so now when Zahn peeks his head out, he's gonna see. Say, reveal the room here.
Hopefully, he's his curvy stick.
I don't think I need to use the curvy stick. I'll get right to that as soon as we deal with the kobolds around the corner. I can see 5.
Okay, so what you see around the corner is the chamber looks as if it was once a tomb like the previous one. The kobolds have transformed it into what you might almost call a playground. There are 4 stone coffins here with a sludge pit between them. On the opposite end of the room are a pair of wooden double doors. Flanking each the 2 double doors are 2 raised platforms 10 feet high. 2 kobolds stand on each platform. And arrayed on the coffins are a number of animal and humanoid skulls, all of them arranged in small piles. One kobold is holding a sludge-drenched rock tied to a long rope. This is a fairly sizable rock, mind you. This is like the size of one of their heads. The rope is secured to the ceiling in the very center of the room above the pit.
All right.
You have interrupted their lawn bowling, essentially.
Do they see us yet?
They do not yet see you.
Shift. We gonna try.
Hold.
Why?
Bender.
Yes.
So we can. So from here, can you move up so we can?
Yep.
Not a token.
Can you maybe uncover our heads,
Yes.
Sovik, a little bit?
Yeah. Hang on.
Do you need to occupy where I'm at?
I do not, but I would like for Farvis to.
Okay.
Farvis would like to,
Farvis, I'm tired of kobold bullshit.
Yeah.
Shoot the skull. Shoot the coffins. Shoot the skull piles. Shoot anything that's sticking out of the ground.
Okay.
You guys want to just, I got some rope. You tie it to me. I tip my head out. I shoot. Then you pull me back.
No. From here, you should probably be able to. He said the skull piles are on top of the coffins.
On top of the coffins, yeah.
Yeah, so from out here, you should totally be able to at least hit those 2 coffins.
In fact, they throw the rock out as you're planning, knock one of the skull piles into the pit, and all yell something at each other in kobold as the rock swings over to the opposite end of the pit. Now the guy on the left has it.
Okay, shoot them all.
Okay. All right, here. I'm gonna tie a rope around my waist and hand it to the rest of them.
I also just want to point out something real quick. Ignore the third guy on the left platform that's standing on the stairs. You technically should not be able to see him.
Fine.
Why are we tying rope around
he's technically at the bottom of the stairs, behind the 10-foot raised part of the platform. I forgot that as I was revealing the area.
You do have a point. We can make them come to us. So, yeah, no, you're right. Everybody shift. Let me get in front. Come on.
Yep.
We doing this? Right.
Okay, you can also tell from when they swung the rope, I'm actually going to draw the area you think they'd be able to hit you with the rock if you were to be standing on the ground. They were to throw it at you. So let me just
Also-
quickly draw that up for you.
Also, Farvis, shoot that rope.
Just destroy. their
Actually,
fun.
that is, for once, that is actually one of the things it says you can do.
I'm tired of all this cobalt bullshit.
Okay, so
Okay.
that big square there is where the rock would be low enough to hit any of you, were it to swing towards you.
All right. Can I see the rope from here?
From there, you can see the rope. Yeah, you can see where the rope is
Alright.
attached to the ceiling.
The first thing I want to do is I want to from here shoot the rope with the scorching burst. Just burn the rope clean through and cause it to fall.
Okay. Make an attack against the rope.
Okay.
Note that this will probably alert your presence to the kobolds.
Fuck
Yes.
it. Hot
That's
food
the
the shit out of
point.
these kobolds.
That's the point. We want them to come to us. Fuck this trap room bullshit. 10 versus reflex.
That's the rope.
It's the
It's a
rope.
fucking rope.
Also,
That's why I'm wondering why.
actually, no.
The rope reflex.
The rope has an armor class. It doesn't have any other values.
Just burns. That's why I was asking why you
Okay. How much damage did you do? 9 damage.
Yeah.
The rope was on fire but intact.
6 seconds go by. Do they react to the kobolds?
Oh yeah, no, they're all screaming, fire! Fire! Join us! Release the hounds!
Fuck that shit. I burned the rope as soon as I could do it again. Let's do more damage to it.
Okay. I'm going at this point though. You're gonna have to start doing initiative. So hang on a minute.
Oh, okay. They have to come to us. That's fine.
Marina, if you would be so kind as to swap places with me. We're confident, we're not super confident that the kobolds can't get behind us.
Okay, no, I did set this wrong. I was like, wait a minute, did I use the right tokens?
12. Darn.
It's not like you'll be firing out into them until they come forward, so.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go,
I'm
finally.
curious, is the goop starting to burn at all since there's probably little bits of ember falling into it?
No. In fact, the goop seems to be extinguishing any fire that falls into it.
Damn.
You can determine that this is not flammable goop. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's good. Because my next idea, if it was flammable, we totally would have been setting those stones on fire and hurling at people.
Yeah. Oh, I could have just done something so much better. I could have mage hand the
Right, their
rope
initiatives are plus
to
3.
smack
so-
them in the face every time they tried to smack the rope. Oh. I know a trap room when I fucking see it. 10 foot 10 foot higher than we are. Fuck that bullshit. We're gonna stand here. Farvis is just gonna be like, fireball. Fireball.
The kobolds, everything's going to be a trap room.
Yeah.
Okay. And just a moment.
So what's the plan?
The plan is we all stay here. Every time I can, I fucking burn them until they're close.
Okay.
Get
It
ready to
is
move back
Vander.
as well.
Yeah.
I do nothing.
Vanda, get ready to move in front of Farvis.
I
Okay,
prepare myself.
Vander does nothing.
Well, no.
Am I
He's
ready?
prepped to move in front of me if one of them comes running up. Essentially.
Yeah, but that's his turn. Is what I'm gathering. Yes.
But that's not nothing.
Fine. Okay. He spends his turn prepping to rush up if something comes at them. All right, Kiri. Okay. Lux.
Apnir's gonna wait. He's gonna. I think I can just
Okay.
buff until.
Can you make me have a better chance to hit?
Not without wasting one of my resources.
Never mind.
Okay.
Okay. So the menu we can't see. Run off down here behind the doors. And he's gonna throw the doors open. And just a second. Ooh. Okay. So I made a couple secret rolls here. Do.
Okay.
For the
I love
initiatives for these boys. There. It's their order here. So you guys all fucking ready to actions anyway. They get to those who share the 12 get to go before Neo.
What?
Except for that one kobold because he's fucked.
I'm sorry. I would think I would get to go before them
Okay.
since they didn't know
Okay.
anything.
What is your dexterity?
+3.
What is your dexterity exactly?
It's a 16.
Okay, you get to go first then. Because they also have a +3 at 15, which was going to be the deciding thing here.
How do they have a +3 at 15?
That's what it
15 is a
says here.
+2.
Dex 15 +3, 2 guard for the guard drakes.
It might be because of their species.
It's probably because they're guard drakes, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so he throws the door open. That is his turn. And it is now your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna poke my head and I'm gonna force orb this one. Hopefully hit the one behind him too.
Yeah, they're both on the 10-foot platform, so they're both visible and hittable.
I can't see this one or these right now.
Well, no,
right?
you can see them. No, you can see them. You can see this guy because he just threw the doors open. This guy because he's on the 10-foot platform. And then you can just make out the first Drake behind the other guy through the open doors from where you're standing.
And I'll go for
Bearing
this.
in mind that there's a wall and 10 feet between him and the guard Drake and the other kobold. So anything you do to him won't affect them and vice versa.
Yeah, fair enough. Then I'll hit this guy like I originally planned.
Aren't you shooting the rope?
Apparently not.
Thought
Oh,
you readied
thought
an
I-
action to shoot the rope. Then we went into
Oh.
initiative order.
all right. I'll shoot the rope then.
All right, the rope burns through and falls. They're still holding the rock.
The rope.
The kobold.
I thought the rock was on the rope. That's the whole reason we were
is.
burning the
Yeah,
rope.
It is. So
Okay,
you burnt
Neotech,
the
you
rope.
missed the part. You missed the part where they're holding the rock with goop on it. They're throwing it, trying to get skulls to stick to it instead of knocking them into the pit. And then when it swings back to the opposite 10-foot area. Yeah, they're literally playing fucking lawn bowling with a suspended bowling ball in
All right,
skulls
the
for bowling
last
pits.
thing I want to do before I prepare to shift back is I would like to do a perception check on the room.
Okay.
14.
The room is exactly as you have previously been described.
So I don't see any hidden traps. I don't see any pressure plates.
Nope, no traps, no pressure plates. Just what was once a rock on the ceiling is now just a rock in a kobold's hand with a burned rope, looking very sad and dejected.
Yeah, I was about to say, does the cobalt look sad?
The one kobold looks sad. The other one looks very angry because you assume the angry one was winning, and or was hoping to make a comeback. You can't tell. It's a kobold's angry face. You
Should
can't
I
quite read
shift back
nuance.
or should I wait until, you know?
I mean,
no, I'm talking to the group. Should I shift back or wait?
You see anything you can attack?
Attack the rope like we wanted. Okay.
What else?
Yeah, I can attack some more. It's just I don't know if they're gonna be running towards us or not yet.
Shift back.
Okay. Okay. I will shift and Minotaur take my place, I guess.
No.
No, Apernier. Apernier.
Oh.
Not Apernier.
all their held turns were for something coming at you. Nothing has come at you.
No. Vander held his turn to shift spots with Tarvis.
Okay.
Was I wrong?
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So now it is Vander's turn.
What?
That is all I
No,
Because he held.
no,
Oh, no, that was.
no. He readied an action to shift spots. It wasn't a.
Mhm.
Unless I'm mistaken, it wasn't a holding his turn.
I'm gonna assume it works that way in 4E. It would be dumb if it didn't.
Okay.
All right, so that's gonna be your turn, shifting out of the
Yes.
way.
Yes. After I burn the rope like everyone wanted me to, and then I shift back.
All right, guard Drake 1 is gonna come tearing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1,
These grids are fucking with me, dude.
3. I know it is. I keeps getting worse with each subsequent room too for some reason. I've tried. I explained before you came on. I've tried like everything I could to try and resize this map to make it better, and all I could ever do is make it worse.
Yeah, the problem is it's one of those maps.
The original image is in a really shitty resolution, and it's sadly the best image of this map I can find. So
It's one of those maps where if you don't have the exact square count, you're not gonna be able to line it up.
Yeah.
I've experienced that a few times now myself.
all right, so that is his entire turn. He double moved. Does everyone want to spring their held turns on that?
No one was holding their turns.
Let's only hold the turn. Whatever.
No, we were all reading actions, except for me. I didn't do anything. And then I guess
Y'all were wanting me
issue commands to the group.
Parvis to fucking burn shit, and then that was it.
Also, we can't just hold our turns till a time where we decide to jump back in. We have to hold our turns to a set time.
6. All right, he double moves. Kobold minion's turn.
Are we backing up?
He's going to move up to the edge,
No.
and he's going to actually prepare an action and end his turn as he holds a javelin at the ready to chuck. Next Kobold minion's turn. He moves up. Same thing. He cocks a javelin ready to chuck. This boy. Comes into the room, gets his javelin ready. Slinger gets spinning his sling, getting ready. So is the next slinger. All right. What you gotta do, Zon? You got a room full of kobolds ready to start throwing slings and spears at the first thing to come into that room.
wait till the dogs get near us.
All right.
You don't know what they're doing. You can't give that advice.
I saw them.
The I guess the technically closer guard drake. I'm going to.
The lower one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that his will?
Does the 12 hit his will? 12 lands exactly on his will. Defender wins, so he resists.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay.
At least the Minotaur has his fancy new sling to do something.
Yeah. All right, Minotaur. When do you get a Minimina? You don't have line of sight with any of them from where you are.
No.
Hold.
Hold.
There's a number of kobolds in there. We have no reason to run out and get outnumbered.
Let them come to us.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to do that, but okay.
No, you could have just said, I wait until I see an enemy and then I throw my sling. You can do things like that if you want to wait.
All right. Apernier.
Apernier has nothing to do.
Okay.
He's gonna hold until after the guard drakes.
All right. The minion hold train begins anew with this first minion, leading into Farvis's turn.
Farvis is gonna ready a magic missile for the second he sees one of the guard drakes.
Okay. Guard Drake 1.
I'm gonna get munched on.
Woof woof, motherfucker.
I want to let loose.
Okay, you let loose.
This would be the
6
moment.
versus reflex. It nimbly dodges.
This would be the moment you throw a sling bullet.
Yep.
And
Did you look up what
It
everything
bounces off of its hide.
Yeah. I mean, how do you have a plus?
Also, I'm going to assume you said sling bullet, not sling. Otherwise, you just threw a rope at it. Somebody starts trying to play fetch with the sling.
Yeah.
It gets caught on the guard drake's horn and foot, and the guard drake is now.
So that's +2. So that'd be +3 then.
Drake goes,
So that's
"Horseshoe."
+3 then.
Okay. So he's going to make his
That would be a 14. 14 hit.
14 against his AC. That is a miss still. That's still a plink. All right, he's got a +6 bite attack on Zahn here. So,
yeah, that hits.
22.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh. It's going to hit. Oh, lordy. I didn't even realize he did that when he's with the... So, because he's with the 2 squares of an ally, he's coming at you very ferociously, like fucking rabid. 17 damage as it just lunges and starts biting at you.
Oh, okay.
This is small too, so this is literally you now have what is essentially a fucking draconic German Shepherd trying to rip your throat out.
You're sure this thing is made for level 1 characters, right?
This is a this is Guard Drake, a level 2 brute. balanced for this encounter. Yeah.
Okay. Since I am bloodied, my facial features change from that of my regal self to a more gaunt version, a more animalistic. I now gain regeneration while bloodied. Let me just double check. So every time at the end of my turn, I gain hit points equal to my charisma modifier.
Okay.
Bad.
Okay. I'm looking over some things.
Granted,
Okay.
I don't think that's going to help much.
It might not. There's things I may have had to look up here that may have been helpful going into this, but yellow swag.
What things?
When exactly in an adventure does XP get doled out? Because you might all meant to be level 2 right now.
That was up to you.
Well, normally in 4E, it's when you finish the goddamn adventure, you get all your XP in one giant super dump. I'm wondering if that is not the case with this specific adventure, but it doesn't say otherwise.
Well, let's see how it plays. And pray that the next thing doesn't just tear me down.
So a 16.
Misses.
Okay.
I use the first wolf grapple to me as a shield to block the other one.
Okay, kobolds are getting tired of waiting, so some of these guys are gonna...
I held until after the guard drakes.
Flux waited till after the drakes.
Oh, that's right. Alright, Flux.
What's that? Sailing past Vander's shoulder. Is that a cube? Some sort of
Oh, a
cube-based
cube.
weaponry?
The cubic odds.
16 to its reflex.
That is a hit.
It takes 5 points of damage, and Vander gets a +1 to his AC.
Okay.
And then Apnir is going to heal Vander. Vander gets his healing surge +5.
Okay.
Sure.
Now, just
Yeah,
for the record, bloodied abilities, unless they say so, don't go away if you're suddenly are not bloodied. It's essentially a battle trigger.
Sorry, +4.
Yeah.
That was wrong.
Okay, and does he get shifted back, I believe is how that works?
No, the cube. This was not the armor surge.
Oh, okay.
Any allies adjacent to that creature now get a +1 to AC.
Doesn't the cube continuously attack as well?
No,
No.
Really? Oh, okay.
really. I don't know where you got that from. Okay, and is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, this boy's gonna run back down those little stairs, come out the doorway. Four, 5, 6. That's gonna be his turn. He's gonna stay where he is, ready to throw a little javelin. He's gonna come moving up. 4, 6.
By the way, did
and
that second
6. There we go.
Did that second guard drake attack? Can we attack around corners?
He attacked me.
Yeah.
He failed.
Yeah, you can attack around corners.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like partial cover, so he was gonna probably fail the attack anyway. But
Just know that for most
Yeah.
DVDs.
If you're standing in the doorway, you can attack around the corner, and vice versa.
Okay.
Technically, the guard Drake's standing in the doorway. He's standing in the hallway.
He's gonna stay where he is, and the slingers are just gonna sit up there, wishing they could actually hit something.
Hmm.
All right,
Vander.
Vander.
You get hurt, we can always fall back to the next room.
I nod, acknowledging.
But try to stay for as long as you can.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Came in good faith to fight these kobolds. Kobolds want to do shitty tricks. We'll do shitty tricks back.
Yeah.
Too bad you wouldn't disable the those traps. You could have just lured them into.
Okay. On the one right. Oh, 6 hitters reflex.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay. That is my turn.
All right, Narina.
Kill him! Kill him!
Okay. Yeah, you go rock the floor. And is that all you got? Okay.
What does the one that threw up the open the door want to do now?
6. Yeah, not quite. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Gonna move down here with a double move and see what's going on in this damn hallway and why these dogs aren't moving up. Iris?
All right. I'm going to just scorching blast this. I'm holding on to something.
Okay, and who are you aiming for? The guard drakes?
Drake. Yeah, the guard Drake.
The guard drakes is a miss.
I'm gonna start rolling on my own again. I have rolled consistently below 10 on each and every one of these fucking supposed even fucking macros. That's are we moving back? Right,
Okay.
Farvis will fucking move
It's
back.
on Vander's command.
Yeah, if Xander says it, Farvis is readying his movement to move back if Xander says.
Doggo 1, I'm assuming just hit.
I'm assuming he gets a plus to that.
No, he doesn't get any pluses from adjacent. He just gets the normal +6 that he's had.
Oh, so that's 19 plus 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, then it hits.
You have consistently rolled nothing but 18s and 19s.
You know, that
Not-
is weird. 10 damage.
No, no, even all these fights. Weird.
Okay, so I take 10 damage. Alright.
Alright, its turn ends.
I wonder if there's something
Drake
if
2.
if the roller
I think
factors
Drake,
in your plus.
Drake 2 probably just missed.
Yep.
Then 8 plus 6. Yep, okay.
All right, there you go.
You just keep beating him away with that other Drake. No, bite your body. Alright, and that brings us back around to Apernir.
Vanda, you moving back?
Yes.
I moved back. as I do, I'm going to slap Narina on the shoulder, and Narina gets a resistive. Okay, technically, I can only do this after moving, but fuck it. Flavor. I slap her on the shoulder, and she gets a resistive admixture. So she gets +1 to her AC, and any time until the end of the encounter, as a as a free action, she can end the +1 to gain temporary hit points equal to her healing surge plus +1.
Okay, so she gets +1, or she can dump the +1 at any time permanently to get a 1-off heal.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to put that into terms Kiri could follow.
With that, then Farvis will move back as well.
It's not your turn.
No, I said I was waiting for when Xander said to.
Okay. Wait, can you do that after Scorching? I don't think you can, because you made an attack.
Can you hold your movement in 4E? I know in 5E you can't, but I don't know about 4E.
No.
Eh.
You either hold a thing or you do a thing.
Well, fair enough. Then I'll just stand there and wait.
I've never heard of I'm going to attack and now move out of my turn order later.
So the act of readying an action is a standard action.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Never
what I
mind.
thought. All right, minions are gonna come running up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He's gonna attempt to throw his javelin into Vander and miss horribly. I'm assuming. What is this fucking?
Yep.
This plus is a +5. Yeah, that's probably this.
Oh, actually, apparently readied actions do change your initiative. That's weird.
Thought so.
I don't know. Who knows 3.5? It's an ancient time.
It's been 2 years.
It was a civilized era.
They had monks writing down the books.
6.
It was full of airships and folk heroes.
Those monks argued about who should add more and more prestige classes. It was essentially monk wars.
Back a little, and he's gonna also throw his little javelin, and also miss horribly.
Thank God I have the shield on me.
The slingers are gonna hold position up here in case anything goes wrong. So that goes their turns. Doop, doop. All right, Vander.
God, I don't know. Not
You
sure
should
what
know you just issued the command to fall back.
Yeah,
No, I
and,
know, but-
and Narina
but I'm gonna do
will
an
get to
op
move
attack.
before the Narina will get to move before any of the enemies do. So that Narina can move up to act as the fallback shield while you run back and heal.
Yeah, but
if you want.
I'm gonna get opt attack, so I'm just determining
You
how I should do
are
this.
gonna get op attacked.
Did you say I am?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just determining how I should do this.
You don't have any flowing vampire shit?
Yeah, I do.
I haven't seen you use like a
I was
single.
gonna say that,
blast
actually that does seem weird that he doesn't have any outs as a striker, because that's kind of the striker's whole thing, is they're meant to go in and out.
The whole thing is that the vampires, like, when they bloody or kill something, then they can like move. They can shift up to like I think like 3 spaces and gain HP and stuff. So they flow in and out of bloody combat, leaving
Okay.
one. But I do have a
That's-
daily.
It's not gonna work so good for
So-
you against guard drakes, but all right.
So anything within
Anything or
first-
any enemies?
enemies.
Right.
Okay, this is a burst 3 centered on me.
Okay, that's gonna hit both drakes and the kobold behind you.
Okay,
That
does
is a hit.
21 hit their fortitude?
Yep.
Okay. They all take 13 damage. And for each, let me read out what it does exactly. And they take an ongoing 5 damage until they make a fortitude save. And the effect is that now I burst in the shadows and turn invisible and teleport a square 3 spaces and within the burst.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, because I don't think I can burst around that corner, but so I'm invisible. I'm now here.
Okay.
Not
And
move
then-
after using an action.
No, yeah. Move the full. Get out of the hallway.
Yeah, give me a
that's
second.
probably-
Give me a second. Are any of them did? Okay, one of them died.
Yeah, that poor little one health minion did not have a chance against that.
Okay. Then I do my blood drinker.
Right.
So it's the
Minion in the
so
turn
they
order.
take an additional 2 damage. And because I where is it? Why can't anything up right where I want it? Let's see. I gain 6 temporary hit points, and I can shift up to my speed.
Yes, so you can get completely out of the hallway.
And I'm gonna put myself there.
Okay. All right, that has definitely raised the ire of those guard drakes. They felt that.
I'm gonna Farvis sing that. I have a way out. Don't worry about me.
Dimensions doors back to town. Ah, fuckers.
Unfortunately, I don't have Dimension Door yet, but I have something.
All right, so is that your whole turn then, Zon?
Yeah, and then just give me. Yeah, I'm just gonna figure out my health in a moment.
Okay, yeah, no, take your time. Kiri, it is now your turn. They're not dead. That's to indicate they're taking the ongoing damage. I'm using that as the dots icon.
I already told you, and Farvis has already told you in character that he has a way out of this. You don't have to worry about him if you want to just run and get prepared.
I mean, frankly, where he's at right now is probably the best place to be if he plans to be a shield wall, because it's funneling them into a single corridor.
Was to let them funnel down this and then take them on one by one at the door.
The problem is, if they can get to the top of the stairs, then 2 of them can hit him. Where he's standing now, only 1 could hit him at once.
But
He's literally now blocking this. He's Helm's Gating this stairway right now.
except for all the ones with spears.
Yeah, except they have javelins and spears. And
Yeah, but it's better than having 2 drakes eat his face
I was about to say,
off.
either he has 2 drakes trying to eat his face off at once, and then a bunch of puny little kobolds chucking their tiny spears at him, or, or one drake and tiny little spear chuckers.
Okay, so
Okay, roll it. He's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Boy fucked. He fucking like midair somersaulted, like fucking KO'd. You get to the distinct impression you might just be beating up children.
Did I force orb this encounter, or was it last encounter?
That was the last encounter.
Last encounter, okay.
All right. And is that your turn? All right. This guy is just gonna 3, 4. I'll move up here. He's gonna throw a spear at Neo.
Between
Probably.
his 2 dead friends.
Fail miserably with his 12 to hit.
All right, I'm a fucking wizard.
Actually, no, 11 to hit. Sorry, 11 to hit.
Nah, I got an AC of 15. You miss.
Yeah, you can tell that the vampire is clearly an essentials class.
Yes.
like, hey, here's your level. Here's your only choice. Okay.
That's what essentials did. Is all essentials classes were just here's the shit you get at X level.
Yeah.
They took all choice out of it. Essentials was meant to be the D&D for beginners of 4E. And then they're like, you can mix and match them. And then it was like, one of these classes has a clear advantage over the others.
So
Yeah, I understand now. Yeah, I get
Shifting is not a
fairly
thing.
little.
That's a special ability the kobolds have called shifty, because they're
Yeah.
shifty little lizard men.
Yeah.
Right.
Or like as a vampire, when something is bloodied or die, I can shift up to my movement speed.
Shifting can only be granted by abilities. So kobold's turn is over. So it is in fact Neo's turn.
I'm gonna use 2 encounters right here. One's a move action. One's gonna be a attack. Now for flavor, what happens is Farvis starts to shift out, starts to fade from existence, and as he does, he pops a force orb at the guard drakes.
Later, bitches.
Later, bitches.
Against reflex, that is a hit and a miss. So you hit the.
And then Farvis appears right here. Hi, guys.
I'll let you choose which one was the primary target.
Considering I'm around the corner, the only one that could be is the one that was right in front of me.
Okay, so he's gonna take the hit, and the other one's gonna be the miss.
Yes.
All right, just a second.
That's 11 damage.
All right, you have bloodied this boy.
That is because, Appener, I desperately need them.
And is that gonna be your whole turn? Bender, your motion,
I meant Farvis, but yeah.
Has actually been off killing the Holy Land. All right, so Guard Drake 1 is going to take the 5 damage. And then he's going to try and make, was it a fort save, you said? To stop the ongoing damage. Zahn?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's a fortitude save.
All right, his fortitude is... I'm going to assume... Okay. I guess that got it.
I don't know how that works.
He's got a fortitude of 15.
Oh, do I make a roll?
No.
Save. It just says save ends, so you have to save.
Does it say what the DC of the save is?
It just says save ends. The attack is dexterity versus fortitude. It just says save ends.
I assume you have to save against what hit him then. There's no natural save.
So do I roll?
No, it would have been whatever you hit him with.
Oh, so they have to beat a 21.
That seems overpowered.
Hang on.
That's what I rolled. But
Index.
yeah, what does it mean by save ends? It just says that.
279 saving throws. Page 279. Hooray for physical copies of books, making this easy. 279.
I'm already at 279 with my PDF. Fuck your physical.
Fuck you.
Same here.
When you're under a persistent effect or condition that can be ended by a save ends, you have a chance.
You get higher than a 10.
Higher than a 10. DC 20 roll, unmodified by your level or ability modifier. So yes, he is no longer going to take the damage, but he did take the initial 5.
Wow, fucking.
Wow, it's only a 10.
Corey's fucking weird. That's
No, this is
4E. Yeah, no, 4E is.
Yeah. Level 1's get a +6. Your save DCs are 10. What? What?
Okay.
Who put the power levels in this?
This Mont Cook actually.
So this is why fighters were bullshit because wizards had.
I really liked 4E to begin with, but I'm starting to see why it's one of the most hated D&Ds.
Okay, so he utterly fails, just kind of like he tries to bite, but really just kind of flops forward like ah.
I demand a crit fail table.
Maybe later. I don't have one prepared. All right, next Drake is going to take his 5 damage. He's going to make his D20.
Unless he rolls a 1, apparently.
He is going to save. And being the dumb animal he is, he's just going to fuddle in here with nothing to do. That'll be Apernier's turn as I take off those little, I guess I'll call them poison indicators. That is very much the wrong button.
Boy, do I love me my...
That makes my acid arrow daily very weak now.
Yeah, it kind of does.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, my daily's pretty good. It allows me to just I can move anywhere and be
All right,
invisible.
so Flux is making his move.
Hey, Narina. I was pushing dogs downstairs sound. Thundering armor. I'm gonna shoot one dog.
Fucking Drago dogs.
8, miss. Okay, that's not the main point of thundering armor. Then Narina gets a +1 to AC on top, another +1 to her AC.
Yep.
So she's now at a +2 bonus. Yeah. And then the dog takes.
This is 4E. Shit stacks.
That's 17 versus his fortitude?
Versus his fortitude? I'm pretty sure that hits. Yeah.
11 points of damage, and it's pushed away 1.
Oh man, that dog looks like old Yeller Pathetic right now.
So essentially, saving throws have been turned into
So
a
since
coin flip.
He got pushed and blah 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 blah. Oh, knocked down the stairs a little.
That dog downstairs.
All right, and is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Kobold minion. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna be his whole turn.
I like how the two slingers are just standing up there like, "What's going on, guys? We're just seeing bodies."
They're just letting the guard dogs and the expendable little minion children just go out and die. And it was like, look at the fucking kids go. They're having fun and dying. All right, Vander.
Let's see. What do I want to do?
So, by the way, around the corner is a -2 to attacks.
Okay.
Really? Can't do much. Like, without getting myself into danger.
God, I've been so distracted by this whole thing, I actually forgot to...
Just
I
from
was
here,
planning
can
on
I
standing on that guy, but okay, no, do it.
can I see the guard dog?
From there, barely, yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah.
What's my
That's not going to be an easy hit.
what's my negative 2?
There we go. Get some good music going.
10 versus Will?
10 versus Will. Its
You only
Will is
get
stronger.
You only get +2 when it comes to AC. So what about Will and Reflex then?
But what do you mean?
I mean, cover
that's-
doesn't give bonuses to anything but
Well,
AC.
regardless, it's still a miss.
Cover is -2 to attack.
Yeah.
Oh.
So any attack rolls get a -2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
That's how they
it's
do it.
an 8.
The 10 would have missed anyway.
No, I'm just curious. 'Cause
Alright.
I'm trying to work out how these having different. There's no saving throws or coin flips. So I'm trying to work out how Fort, Reflex, and Will work. Yeah.
Yeah. Because what happens, Neotag, now is that some attacks are versus Fortitude versus Reflex versus Will instead of versus
all mine are
armor.
versus Will.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
That's how that works now. Is that they're not saves per se. It's just defenses.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what all I was I know about that. All I was wondering about is how cover affects a attack versus.
It's because it's just a flat -2. I don't know why. It's just how it works.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Kiri. Yep, it's dead.
Fucking dogs down the steps.
It's dead. I'm just telling you that right now.
Conga!
technically rules he's dead, so therefore he no longer occupies a space.
I mean, yeah, but for the sake of
Well, the body
taking
gets
out your
pushed back.
frustrations upon these drakes.
Yeah. The body gets pushed back as part of the power.
Yeah, it's dead once the power ceases to function, so technically it would still push, as he would not actually drop dead till after the effect of the power was finished. So basically, he shoved a dying drake into a drake, which then fell backwards into a kobold.
These two slingers are just seeing some kind of fuckery going on. What is this nonsense
They're
going
just
on?
leaning on their spears, like, God damn.
I don't... They're supposed to come out! Who's gonna throw the boulder at them? Fuck them
I
up!
still got it, Jeff. I can just hurl it. I'll have the rope won't come back, but I can still check the damn thing.
When they're all dead, we're gonna have to. Who's gonna go up there and retie this thing?
Yeah, no. Damage does not transfer, sadly. Alright, speaking of that one minion, he's gonna throw a javelin at you. Yeah, he gets minions have a +5. Yeah. Alright, that is 2 damage. Because they're really shitty, and all their attacks are just a flat 2 damage. Poor minions don't even get a chance to roll well. They just you do 2 damage. That's his turn. He seems very proud of himself. It's almost like this is more than he ever hoped to accomplish in life.
If I was gonna move up and targeting the minion in the middle to hit the fire drake and the one behind him, if it hit.
Yep.
$16 versus reflex on that minion.
That is a hit on all of them, I believe. Yeah.
Wait, does it say? I think it just has to hit the one, and then
that's what I said. Is yeah. That is a hit. 10 damage. 2 minions are now dead. I need to stop hitting the button that doesn't bring up my little icons. There we go. And he takes 10 damage, so he's now bloodied. Drop his HP.
And I would like to do a perception check to hear what the slingers are saying. If I won't be able to understand
at this point, do you know Draconic?
No, I don't. Wait, Draconic?
Yes.
God, do I?
Because right now they're talking in Draconic. They've stopped using Common and they're now talking in Draconic, like very seriously.
I couldn't find a ruling on one. Do we get bonus language based on intelligent modifier in 4E? Yeah, I didn't find anything said that.
I don't think so.
So we just get our languages that we get from our race then.
And then I think all of their languages are a skill that you buy to get multiple languages per purchase.
I didn't see anything about buying languages. Was the problem?
It's a skill.
Oh.
I'm sorry, not a skill. It's a feat. You buy a feat. The feat gives you 3 languages.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. No, I do not. I
know
Elven.
Draconic.
Oh, you know Draconic?
There's a lot of runes written in Draconic.
You could actually hear them then. They're talking about seriously being about how underpaid they are for this shit. In fact, they're considering actually just like trying to surrender when you guys come out of there. I think if we surrender, they'll just let us go. I don't know. Probably not. It's worth a try, Jeff. It's worth a try.
Do you see how many of them they've killed already? Maybe surrender's our only option. All right, that's the end of my turn. Sorry.
Yeah, you learn additional languages by taking the linguist feat. Only languages you can't learn at first level are primordial and supernal. Supernal. It's called supernal, not supernatural.
Well, I need to change my language again.
No, it's the same language. You're pronouncing it differently. That's what he's trying to tell you.
Yeah. Supernal is the language of gods. Primordial is the language of
Oh,
the
I need to
Primordials.
change language again.
Okay. So is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Yes.
I was talking to the one who actually just took their turn.
Yes, that was my turn.
Okay.
I
Okay,
did.
so Doggo moves up, tries
Flipping
to
over the corpse of his
Fury,
brother.
fails miserably. Apernier.
Apernier is going to probably shoot a dog, but let me make sure how I'm going to shoot a dog in the face.
I'm going to shoot a dog, but how am I
Yeah,
going to?
I'm definitely going to shoot this dog. But the question is, what is
How
going
do
to
I
hit
shoot
this
the dog?
Okay, this is still a defensive fight. Thundering armor again. Crossbow to the dog's AC.
15 to AC, you said? It just nicks off the side of his scale.
Aw, poor lucky dog. He gets to live. No way he doesn't. Thundering armor. 19 to his fortune.
19 to his fortitude does hit.
The crossbow bolt is just a fucking random distraction to the goddamn thunder coming out.
No, it's just like looking at the bolt in the ground, like, huh?
Oh, that's weird. What? Oh God, Sonic Wave!
Okay, you can't take primordial. Okay.
Take 8 damage, you get pushed back again.
8 damage.
You gotta think the slingers at this point are like, how did that dog come in and out of there like 5 times now?
And
What's
Narina
going
again
on?
get
Well, I think they're
immediate-
talking about surrender.
Narina's back up to a +2 power bonus to AC. I just reapplied it.
Okay, apparently the jukebox is not assigned to act up, so I'm just gonna close off the jukebox.
Actually, no, technically she's at a +3, and then I have my turn and she's back down to a +2.
For one
Okay.
second, you thought you were one numerical digit higher than you were.
Alright, the slingers continue to not do anything. And Vander.
Man, he's
Alright.
gonna sit there and twiddle his fucking thumbs.
I'll move down here.
Oh, right. You can... Oh.
He's angry, he's healed, he's ready to go.
Where did he move? He's gone. I don't see him.
13 hit reflex.
Not there.
13 versus its reflex is miss. It bats you away with its paw. Like, wah! Wax up, wax up.
All right.
How
That's
many did you
turn.
move to get there?
Enough.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What's your max movement?
6.
Yeah, never mind.
I got move pretty far.
No, I was just thinking, can you move back so that our Minotaur friend
I
here
can't
can-
do that.
I mean, the Minotaur still has the sling.
Sling to win. No.
Okay, so that brings us to Farvis.
Farvis is getting annoyed. Hopefully hits with the magic missile.
And that is a miss.
Damn it.
It's a
Telford.
nimble. This is a nimble dragon doge. Back up to the Drake's turn.
Nope.
At this point, it's more nuzzling than biting. Like, please stop killing me.
I'm sorry.
Apernier. You gotta put down another dog.
Let's move that dog again. Distraction cross. You know what? Fuck it. Here, hold on. Can I have a rock, please? I don't want to keep wasting crossbow bolts on shit that does nothing. I mean, well, hold on.
I
Can
will
I
allow
just
it.
can I just ignore the attack thing?
No, you have to do that as part
You
of
have
the
to do the attack.
Okay, I chuck a rock at him. What do you?
improvised weapon, no proficiency bonus, your base dex.
Fuck you, no.
15
days.
versus AC.
Thanks, think. Actually, no, it bounces off its snoot.
Ooh. Now turn back around, dog. For the fun.
It's just blinking confusedly. It's just had its snoot booped by a rock.
15 plus
into its fortitude is actually it tanks it.
Okay, then he is. I think he's good. Yeah, he's good.
Fuck you, dog.
He was too busy being confused by the poop snoot.
But all my shit does like
All right,
involve
Vander.
me back, but that's not the point.
Is this
Might as well just be checking vials of shit at people.
God.
Farah says from behind the line, Xander, you want to maybe move back and let the big Minotaur have a swing at it?
I am hungry.
Hang on, I need to get me some sip.
Yeah, I
Fair
gotta-
enough. Farvis is oblivious, but at this point he's realized he's a fucking vampire.
All right, 15,
Versus reflex, that is a hit. Okay.
12 damage.
It is dead.
All right, it shoved down. Up. Its corpse moved up.
Just backhand its corpse out of the way. Begone!
I'm gonna, guys.
Okay, so now I can.
He just fucking begone thought at a
Hey,
fucking random dog.
Vander, let's switch. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind.
I don't want to burst onto the scene like, ha!
6. So what's my shift? And I gain another 6 temp in HP.
You have to go through the doors to get up there. Remember.
Yep. They're 10 feet high.
Those doors. I mean, he could try for an athletics check.
How are you moving twice?
Because he
you
is
attack
a dive and bloody. So my
Okay, so
ability
that
is that I
let
can
you shift.
I can
Okay.
shift up to my speed as a free
Okay.
action. And I gain 10 hit points.
Yes.
Where was I? Here?
1, 3, 4, 5. You
I mean,
could
if you
just-
want, if you want, you can make a climb check to just climb up there and get next to him
Yeah,
6?
as part of your movement.
yeah. You could do an athletics check if you
Uh,
want. If you're
But I'm
confident. in your
already right beside him.
He just look at you. Oh, please don't break my arm.
Yeah, no.
Farvis yells out, "Are we gonna let him? Are we gonna ask him if they want to surrender?"
You can ask. I'm having a snack.
Vader just really wants to get that sip.
Like I like this metallic taste. By the way, what did the drakes taste like?
Much stronger metallic taste.
Ooh. I'm gonna go
They're
back for.
it was like spicier kobold blood.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to bring that for later. Season my food with
What
it.
are you doing? Oh, it's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. All right, actually.
It's Farvis's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Farvis will move to this unbloodied spot and be like, "Okay." He's going to this one. Hopefully magic missile. Because fuck it, why not?
Slightly disappointed no one moved to be
20
behind
does
those
hit.
kobolds.
8 damage.
All right. All right, and is that all?
That's all I can do for right then, yes.
Apernir?
Okay, well, hold on first. Did you use the Pythagorean theorem to calculate how far that kobold actually is? He's up 10.
Yeah, magic missile has a range of 20 squares.
Hold on, how far away are you? Okay, sure.
He would be about 10 squares away from me, even with his 10 feet up.
Check that now.
All right, I suppose the math checks out for now.
Very grumpy. No one moved behind a kobold so I could shove him off a ledge.
No punji stick death for you.
Farvis can't teleport a second time right now.
Actually, I could be wrong. I don't think this pit even has a punji sticks in it.
So that kobold. I can't do that. I can't. Wait, hold on. Yes, I can. That kobold gets an arrow. Ooh, crit!
What?
Oh, yep. That is a max damage hit.
So he takes 6 damage.
All right. He is now bloodied.
And then as his friend watches him take it, Vander searches with energy.
Vander gets a free hit on the other guy.
Yep, and that kobold is that kobold's fortitude?
19 against his fort. Yep.
He takes 8 thunder damage as push back 1. I don't know why I have
Pushing him off the cliff.
pushed back 1.
Oh.
I don't know why I have other spells. What's the point?
Because
make-
you like hitting people with cubes?
I can make people hit stronger, but
Actually,
if I can just
push
buff
back
him,
would push him up here onto the stairs behind him, which does actually make him fall technically onto the stairway.
no, push back has to push them away, so it would go back.
You
Oh,
would
from
move-
that. Okay. I thought
Yes.
that was from you.
No.
Okay.
Push back specifically has to move away.
All right. Is that your turn?
My turn, Vander. You have a +1 AC,
Okay.
Okay.
and the rating is still
Um,
on your +1.
The slinger here, the one that's
Farvis says,
bloodied,
"Don't you run!"
is just like, wait, can't we talk? Can't we talk?
What's he saying?
No, he's
Athenian?
speaking. He's talking common now.
Oh, okay.
Sure, we can talk. Come down.
Come down, we'll talk.
He looks very skeptical now. Like, I don't think I can trust you.
I doing it, you know.
Let
Do
me
I
do a
have the
diplomacy
face
check.
of a liar?
Let me diplomacy this man.
I would like to assist, help give him the help action.
24.
All right,
But
this
there's
is
That
a-
is
like
a
you are the most.
26. That is a 26. He gets a plus
Yeah,
2 because I
you
gave
think
him the help
He,
action.
he's pretty sure you can trust you. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna come down. Hang on.
Which one was I saying? Which one asked that?
Oh, the bloodied one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because the other one, no. Okay, it's been marked by someone else. The bloody one, however, I can assure at least some safety.
You better get down quickly, or our friends are gonna eat your the other one over there. But you get
Okay,
there.
I'm here. He's just got his spear out to the side, like he's ready to like drop it. Like, okay,
What's your name?
hush, hush.
Vanda,
Hashkash.
Narita. Hashkash is safe.
Yes,
Very
let
well.
him live. We
All right, it's the other kobold slinger's turn. He's like, wait, what about me?
No.
Stop me! Stop
Sorry.
me.
Farvis puts up his hand
He's-
and waves.
He's
and
actually
goes,
going to chuck the rock that he's been holding at the other. Okay.
Alex, those rocks do 6
As he
damage.
takes, as he takes. No, they do.
He's
They
dead.
do
Fratricide.
No, they do a d8 plus 2. It pushed the opponent 2 squares, and he had 10 HP left. He caves his skull in and knocks him down into the pit. I win.
Well, you proved yourself the superior one. You can now surrender. We'll allow it.
Well, considering it's Vandus' turn, I think that's kind of up to Vandus right now. But
That makes up that glorious moment of stupidity makes up for everything else.
All right.
I was expecting the rock to like miss or like just almost kill him or something. I wasn't expecting the random crit revenge rock.
So does a 7 hit?
No.
Okay, my swipe misses him.
Oh man, that was good.
Were we allowing this one to surrender? I thought we said no. Yeah, no. Are we allowing the other one to surrender?
So far, he has not surrendered.
No. Oh,
So I have not halted my attacks.
Yeah, he did not actually say surrender. He was too caught up in winning the game through murder. All right.
That's my turn.
All right, Narina. Are you going to avenge?
He killed Hash Hash. Isn't that an account? Oh, everyone else gets fucking 2 encounters. This is bullshit. Oh, okay.
His AC. That's one of the slingers. Yes.
Is Tide of
Sure for
Iron
hashtag.
your is Tide of Iron your Minotaur thing? Okay. Goring charges your encounter. Alright.
Alright, he's gonna take 5 damage. Yep, he's now bloodied. He's gonna fall 10 feet, take the 1d10. If I remember to type /roll at the front. And take an additional 4. I'm gonna mark him as bloodied. And he's just he's just prone on the ground, feeling pretty broken right now. Just kind of like, ow, well, I'm a champion. Farvis.
You're a champion. Champion on fire.
Miss.
I missed. Damn you.
Aperneer.
I'm gonna move forward a bit, but other than that,
Okay.
Yeah.
Lucky son of a bitch, Kobold isn't next to any of my allies. I can't thunder him.
Well, I don't know. He's 10 feet down.
Yeah, he's not 1 square away. It does, however, bring up the question of smashing someone into the ground with a bird with a push down. Okay, aggravating force. I'm going to shoot a crossbow bolt at that kobold.
Okay.
Well, I was hoping you'd kill him with a bloody spear. I mean, cube.
I already used the cube once.
Oh, okay.
Does a 19 hit its AC?
Yep.
He takes 7 points of damage. Next person
And
to attack, it gets a +2 to attack.
He's dead. Yeah, it's 7 HP.
The gods do not forgive fratricide.
Now, Farvis looks in the pit, go, well, at least we let you surrender, and then he mage hands a spear out of the fucker's grasp and starts
Alright,
gathering
that
up
is,
the rest.
That is 6 more spears for you guys. Each minion was carrying 3 javelins.
So, Neo, have you been hit once this whole dungeon?
So most of those guys
Yes.
chucked their javelins at you and are now basically out of javelins.
Because I haven't been hit at all.
In the last room, I had to move forward to rescue our Minotaur.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Can
if I may, because of how this encounter went, I'm going to allow this one-time peek behind the curtain. The next encounter is 2 levels higher than this one, difficulty-wise. Do you want to get your XP now and see if you level up?
I went to rescue Hash Hash.
Hash Hash is pretty damn dead.
Can I reach him?
It's
Cool.
stuck in goo.
Can I pull him out of the goo?
You can try. The goo's 10
Does
feet
he
down.
weigh more than 20 pounds?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, Hash Hash. Wait, hold
But
on.
there's no punchy sticks to this one. Just
Hold on.
10-foot drop in the goo.
Where's that rock rope? No. This guy up here still had the rope.
The
Druid
rope
killed the other one.
the rope is actually still attached to the rock, which was bashed into what is now Hash's new head.
Wait, he threw the rock. That
Yeah,
rock.
he threw that rock. Yes,
Oh.
he threw the big ass rock that had the rope tied to it.
No, I wanted that rope rock. I'd plans for that.
Also, and since the rock was also covered in the goo, it's actually been stuck to the stump that was the crushed head of Hash. So his head is now the rock, just stuck to his crushed neck
I'm gonna
stump.
grab the rock itself with Mage Hand and try to pull.
At the very least, can you grab the rope
Rounds of
to us?
force, will it come loose? Yeah.
Because of the weight of the rock, you cannot pull the rock itself, but you can pull the end of the rope.
I pull the rope up to Apnir. Will this help?
Yes, Narina, can you help me?
It's not a very sticky. It's a very sticky rope now, by the way.
Okay, I'm gonna grab onto it and pull Hash up.
All right, he's pulled up. I assume between the two of you, you could lift the fucking kobold.
Okay. Let's deattach the rope and deattach the rock rope from his head.
That rock on the underside is covered in lots of kobold guts and brains.
Narina, could you?
It's really not pretty. There's like skull fragments.
Apernir's gonna turn away and kind of
I can
cover
clean
his
it
mouth.
off.
Narina, could you remove that?
Okay, magic it right. No, prestidigitation. I can clean something.
Yeah, you clean the sticky off.
I clean the sticky off the rope, the rock, all the blood and gore. Now a pristine rope and rock with prestidigitation.
What would be the rule to no kobold burial rites? Or at least kobold funeral rites.
It's definitely gonna be some kind of a knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say because kobolds were in nature. I'm gonna say yeah, it's gonna be nature because everything else about kobolds has been fucking nature. I'm also now that there's no goop on the rock, you can see that a crude skull has been drawn on the rock in chalk.
7.
With the draconic word for skull written twice on it, indicating that it is the skull rock. As far as you know, kobolds don't have funeral rites.
Very well. Well, I'm going to fold his.
Judging by their reactions to their fallen so far, it's probably pretty accurate.
Then I'll give him my funeral rites. I'm going to fold his arms and cover it and close his eyes.
Okay. These caskets have also likewise been looted and filled with fresh bodies, by the way.
Farvis is going to the going over to one of the dogs. What do they look like? What are they made of? Do they have tusks? What is it?
That is actually the accurate 4E picture for a guard drake. They are basically little dogs. They're like mastiff or German shepherd sized dragons, basically, that lack sentient intelligence. They just have animal intelligence.
Narina,
they're used by draconic races as guard dogs.
You want to help me cut these things' heads off so we can take them back? We might not be able to get paid for them, but at least proof that we killed more than just these fucking kobolds.
My big words from the meek one.
I'm getting annoyed with the kobolds.
I go back to my snack.
So we have two
We
guard.
probably should rest, by the way.
Yeah. As you're resting, do you also like explore the confines of this room itself? Yeah. Okay. Also, from those of you who went up onto the platforms, you know that the platforms were scattered and covered on the. And the northern platform is about 100 gold worth of coins, a really nice looking ruby, a couple garnets.
Ooh.
But it gets nice shinies. Great.
The ruby is worth 50 gold, and the garnets are each worth 25. All right, so
who's carrying all this stuff, anyways?
I'll grab them, put them in my pouch.
All right, would you guys like your XP dump now, or do you want to risk it and keep going level 1 through the end of this?
I think we need to level up like we were probably supposed to. The question is, we level up twice and are level 3 now, or are we level 2?
We'll find out in a second. The first room, the sludge pit, gave you 500 XP to be divided amongst you. The tomb and the previous room was 550 to be divided amongst you.
Yeah, we're not even close.
That
to level one.
includes 100 XP for the dart trap, which is the same as any of the enemies you've been killing. I'll let you guys round up. And lastly, this room was worth 675 XP to be divided amongst you all.
Yeah, we're not even halfway to level up.
675. I mean, let me double check. I'm pretty sure it gets divided like in every other.
I don't
edition.
I don't think it does if we were supposed to level up.
I don't know if you were supposed to level up. Because theoretically, a boss fight in D&D is meant to be 4 to 6 levels higher than the party in 4E. And you are now approaching the point where you would be fighting your boss fight. No, I don't need to know how the Hand of Vecna works, thank you.
The Hand of Vecna, hush hush. Oh, this is important.
Building an adventure. Fixing problems. Publish adventures. Random traps. Puzzles.
Death, destruction, and mayhem.
Sorry, there should be a thing right here somewhere that just says, hey, give XP out this way. Is it not in the Dungeon Master's Guide? Because that would be stupid. Experience points, page 120. The fuck chapter is 120? You're earning XP. Oh, apparently it's DM's caveat on whether or not I give it to you per encounter or per adventure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Seems like a compromise between experience now and essentially a soft milestone leveling.
Divide the XP total for the encounter by the number of players present to help overcome it. That's how many each character gets. So yeah, it's divided by a number of people in the party.
So what are we at then?
We are at 432.
You
said round up. Otherwise, it'd be 430.
Yep.
So no, we are under halfway to.
I'm about to say you're about halfway to leveling up then.
Under half.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,000.
Now, 15 minutes left. Do you want to fight the next fight, or do we want to save this and do another session?
I'm willing to keep going, but, I'm willing to keep going.
I'm up for whatever the group wants.
Because I am going to tell you right now, there are 2 more encounters in this dungeon. And then there's going to be whatever happens when you get back to town.
It's up to you guys.
I just like to keep going as far as possible, so that's my vote.
Okay.
Flux, what's your opinion? Mr. Quiet.
I'll abstain.
abstain.
I said I'll
So,
abstain.
abstains.
All right, fine. We'll continue going, I guess.
All right, you're gonna go until you hit the encounter.
Yes.
Okay.
How are the walls looking? Are they getting more
well-
elaborate, more decorative? What?
No, so far the walls have been holding steady throughout the entirety of this this area.
Peek my head around the corners. See nothing.
All right, so there's a 10-foot wall in front of you. It's got 20 foot. The ceiling of the room is 20 foot high. You can go to the left or the right of this 10-foot obstruction. As you enter the room, the sound of cracking timbers echoes through the hall. The floor shakes, dust cascades down from the ceiling, and something big and heavy hurtles towards you. You have reached the next encounter. Da, 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 da.
So, everyone's verdict: continue or stop here.
I'm not really gonna get that far into this.
Yeah. I would say the reveal of the arena would be a good stopping point.
Okay. Now, did we take a short rest?
Yes.
You did.
Okay, there goes all my.
So now the question is, how do we want to do for the next session? Do we want to? Because Kiri's obviously not going to be here for the next 2-week session. Do we want to do?
You said you're probably not going to be here for the next 2 weeks either.
Yeah. So do we want to? What'll be the next one after that? Do you want to go do the week after the 23rd and just shift everything up?
It would be the 30th.
Go on the 30th.
I could do the
Now,
30th.
yeah.
I would have to see, but it sounds okay for now.
That'll give me 3 weeks to fluff out the back end of this to fit out the rest of the session. Maybe do some hooks for any future sessions we may or may not do. Since I know for a fact probably the whole first hour is just going to be combat of whenever the next session is going to be.
I'm okay with that. Flux, your opinion?
I'm not certain, but I should be okay with it.
Okay. And if we have to shift it to whatever the normal week would be after the 23rd, that's fine.
The 6th.
Yeah, so if we got to do the 6th instead of the 30th, we'll do the 6th instead of the 30th.
So we
Do we want to completely skip the 23rd if we're going to do the 30th then? Or do we just want to do 2 weeks in a row like that?
It's. I think it's up to Flux if he wants to run something on the 23rd.
I can put stuff up for the 23rd if we have people. I
Okay.
can put stuff up for the 23rd if we have people.
Okay, so we can do a flux thing on the 23rd then, since Kira won't be around, and then we could do my thing the following week, and then we'll be into the new year.
Just-
Okay. Also, I just want you all to know that the very first part of next session is going to be fun, because entering the room just triggered it Indiana Jones.
Yes, we could see the boulder, which I don't
Yeah.
understand how
Although
that's gonna work.
you're lucky in a weird way because the boulder goes the exact opposite direction from you because the way the floor is shaped in like a weird. like-
I'm gonna have to put my foot down at a continuous boulder going around the room.
Well, what it is like I don't think it goes around entirely. Hang on, I think it just goes around once.
How? From
Giant
where
boulder
it
rolls
is?
through the chamber, rolls over everything in its path. As soon as the encounter begins, the trap rolls initiative. If the boulder ends a turn in a space with a character, it makes blah blah blah. Can make a check to roll over the boulder. Follows the points marked and continues along the path. Huh. Apparently,
wouldn't
kobolds
it
have invented the
smash
perpetual
into
motion
the-
engine because.
Yeah, wouldn't it smash into that doorway, locking the two slingers in there then?
Well, apparently, even though it doesn't really describe this, I'm guessing it's a magic boulder because the one who triggers it is the fucking clearly magical kobold. Because what it does is what it's going to do is it's going to roll into this doorway, and it's going to roll up, smash into the wall, roll across, stop just shy of smashing into the next wall, and roll down. And it's just going to hug along the wall of this 10-foot thing the other two kobolds are inside of.
So in other words,
it's going to be it's literally the fucking Kakiri village boulder from fucking Ocarina of Time. It's just going to go in a circle around this one stupid central point.
So yeah, I'm gonna call him bullshit on that.
Neotech,
It does not explain. It does not explain how the boulder is doing this. Just that
Yeah.
it will continue to do so,
Fair enough.
and that anytime the boulder comes at you, you can make a DC 20 athletics check as an immediate reaction to jump over the boulder.
so
I guess-
Neotech, you're just saying that there's no way that a magical kobold can make a boulder
A magical rolling
constantly
boulder.
apply pressure to it to move. Force.
I mean, if that's the only thing he does for the entire encounter, yes. I
No,
think
that is not
that's
the only
good.
thing he does.
Say,
Yeah, so it's gonna go boop boop boo.
yeah, that's why
Do.
I'm calling bullshit, because that's a that
Do.
would
Do
be
do do. And it's just gonna keep doing that.
that seems like it would be an action to constantly make it move around the room.
No, because the boulder has its own initiative and is moving on its own.
You can. Well, what if it was a golem? What if it's a boulder?
I
golem?
wish it was a golem. That would make more sense for why this level 3 boulder is rolling on its own.
Could be a Gale of Dur.
Like Neotech, there could
It's
be
just a
millions
Goron.
of explanations why.
That is what I've determined. It's just a Goron.
I mean, that's what a Gale of Dur is.
I know.
That's why I wouldn't beat the shit out of you, so like.
And so I love that that spire top drake there. There's not a single actual image of a spire top drake except for that one miniature anywhere on fucking Google.
And Zon, the reason
In
why
fact, I'm not even 100% convinced that's not Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I mean,
Zon, I have no problem with a trap if it makes sense. Some of these traps have been
4E traps are kind of weird because I think
even
4E
for
assumes that all
magical
tracks.
traps, some of these have been
Well, to be fair, the boulder is more weird than the pressure plate
Yeah.
trap. Because the pressure
The
plate trap.
whole thing with traps in 4E Neotag that's kind of weird is that traps are designed to be these persistent, very deadly, very dangerous environmental hazards more than just this one-off fire. Oh my god, it's a trap. Okay, I know the trap's there. It's not ever going to go off again. It's no, the whole time this fight is going around, this trap is a persistent, never-ending threat unless I actively countermeasure it or avoid it.
at that point you're talking about like magical lair actions and shit.
Yeah, that's where they got the idea of it from, actually. Is that Dungeons and 4E had these bizarre semi-sentient traps, apparently, that could just do random shit like this.
Speaking of the dark
Like,
trap,
I went back and looked at it. The dart trap, I actually looked back and looked. It is actually not magical. That is all mechanical.
That
I can
makes
believe
It
that.
is, it is
sense.
able of aiming, regardless of the size of the enemy, on its own, through some manner of mechanism, at whatever's on a pressure plate.
There's probably a weight determinant, and it guides its height through that. And then for each additional plate, it activates additional gears that cause the thing to rotate to fire at each individual spot. You probably could recreate it if you took the time.
the problem
I mean,
is
Probably.
the problem with the trap is, yes, it hits. Okay, that's an okay trap. It immobilizes. Okay, that's annoying. It hits again once you've been immobilized and can't move off of it. Okay, that's very annoying.
Yeah.
But But the problem. Well, hold on. Let me finish. The problem is that the fact that the trap's immobilization does not end at the start of the turn after the trap applies. It ends at
Yeah.
the end of the turn. So the trap has to either miss you twice for you to get out of that trap on your own. That is a fucking bear trap that